it's important, which I think poverty reduction is one of them. There were some conversations of a few of the deputants about the 2% efficiencies that we're attempting to achieve across the city right now, that in fact that they could be cuts and that could be taken away. I don't believe that, as the mayor does, and he mentioned in his comments. What we're looking at doing, and what I'd like to be able to achieve in that 2%, without any cuts in services, is they have the ability to go back and look at restructuring, looking at how we spend money. Can we spend money a little bit better, a little bit differently, and finding those millions of dollars that probably, are there, but we can use for different purposes. What I'd like to be able to see is that we can take that 2% and actually put it towards poverty reduction, because I think that is the kind of change that we want to see, especially when we're looking on the budget and on money. It's not about cutting. It's about redirecting those important resources, because in many ways they are finite resources, and I'd rather see them going towards something like poverty reduction or any of the other priorities that we have in this city, and we know there are a lot of priorities. So I just want to acknowledge and thank all the deputy staff, and really look at, as we move into the budget cycle, is how can we start finding those kind of efficiencies that will allow us to put the kind of investments into the city that I think we need. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Crawford. Any other members of the committee wishing to speak? Well, if I can just start the clock on myself and just say a few words, I want to say this. First of all, again, thank you to Deputy Mayor McConnell and to other members of council and to the staff of the city and to all the people in the community at large, the different organizations who've contributed to what I think is a report that really is going to put us, as Councillor Mihevc was suggesting, on a different page. I just want to pick up on a couple of comments made by Councillors Thompson and Carroll and say that I want to take upon myself two specific roles of leadership, because I think this is going to be a partnership effort. Notwithstanding the comments that Councillor Mihevc was making, and I know he was saying it in the spirit of saying let's not dodge the responsibility or point fingers, we are not going to be able to do this alone, financially or otherwise. It's just not possible. And so I want to take upon myself the responsibility, I'll do them in reverse order. First, to try and engage the business community, because I think Councillor Thompson was referring to this, and correctly so. It's a prosperity issue. It's an issue that is about prosperity for people who don't have it today, but it's also an issue about protecting the prosperity we have and the successes of the business that we have, because people being impoverished in our community imperils the success of the economy going forward and everybody else. And if we can lift up people who need a little bit of a helping hand, this is going to make a huge contribution to our overall success and to the success of enterprise and of our overall society. And then to pick up on the comments of Councillor Carroll, other governments are going to be obviously incredibly important partners in this. I believe that because of the election cycle going on and whatnot, it may be difficult to get the attention of the federal government at this moment in time. I do think, however, there is a unique opportunity in front of us right now, and I'd like to be able to say to you that when